$19,457.40. This represents a net increase of $14,567.55. This does not include $2,500 in checks that I picked up today, and another $3,000 that I took on the telephone today. We took in over $11,000 today, not all of which is reflected in this. Every day this week, I'm going to be out collecting money for a private reception. There are two functions. One is the traditional Lincoln Day dinner. The other is the private reception. The purpose of the private reception was to be able to bring Dr. Krauthammer down here at a reasonable price for breakfast. The break prices have changed slightly. It's the same where it always has been for break members. It's $150 for an individual who's not a break member, $125 for a break member, $110 for the $1,110 for the first club table, $1,000 for any club table after. The VIP event, which includes a photograph of Dr. Krauthammer, is going up from $300 to $325. That includes a copy of his book, hence the difference. All money raised at the VIP event and at the regular dinner will not be used to defray any of the costs of Dr. Krauthammer, which I'm going to get into in a minute. That money will go directly into direct operations, increasing work. We, as you know, went to a number of speakers who would have come down, but we were star-crossed. Whether it was Scott Walker, Jeb Bush, Chris Christie, it didn't work. A number of us sat down and said, who can we basically broaden the map with? Who has great appeal? And the name Charles Krauthammer came up time and time and time and time again. So we agreed, and this part of it is correct, to bring him down at a cost of $50,000, which I'm going to elaborate on, and any incidental expenses which he has, which will be a few grand. The private reception, which is open to anybody who'd like to write a check out for $2,500, I will accept those. We can take it on the phone, we can take a check. And I'll be doing that all this week, is going to be used to defray his expenses. We're limited it to 60 people. I am confident that we will sell out at 60 people. Moreover, every check for the private reception is written out to Breck. I account for the money. I will be handling all of it. Whether it's on my telephone, through Intuit, or whether it is through a check. When the expenses for Dr. Krauthammer are paid, which will probably top out with about $55,000 at the top end, the rest of it goes strictly to Breck. There is no percentage going anywhere. It is purely a check made out to Breck. So any tickets that are bought for Lincoln Day go directly to the Treasury and do not defray Dr. Krauthammer. Krauthammer is defrayed of the private reception with the proceeds going to Breck. And next month I will stand up, hopefully early in the meeting again, and I will give you an accounting of how much we raised at both events. What the net was, what the net was, what the gross was minus the expenses, and then you can judge for yourself. Moreover, all money that I take in and all expenses I have to count for. This is on the Supervisor of Elections website. I have tried to, I normally don't speak this long, but a lot of people have valid questions. So I thought it would be a good time to take the opportunity to be as direct as I can. If I have left something out or somebody has a question, I'm happy to take it now. Yes, ma'am.
I just have one silly question.
No, there is no silly question.
God forbid some major hurricane comes, bumps into or whatever, whatever
Which could happen.
happens.
Could happen.
What happens if you can't defray that $50,000?
If we have a merger,
pays it?
okay, let's do two things. First off, if we have a major hurricane, Dr. Krauthammer is not coming down. So I'm not going to be paying $50,000.
Okay.
Three things. Number two, Dr. Krauthammer does not have to be paid until the event. He has been very gracious.
Okay.
Number three, if for some reason we do not raise essentially $55,000 out of the private reception, and presuming Dr. Krauthammer is here, in which case we owe him $55,000, then there are a number of us, starting with me, who will write out a check to make up the difference.
Okay.
This will not cost Greg anything. I'm the first guy on the hook. I thought this was a great idea. I still do, so I said, you know what, I'll pony up $10,000. And I will give you a breakdown of what came in on both Lincoln Day and on the private reception. Yeah, Jim?
I have a question. If this shortage is being guaranteed,
Yes.
it would be in the best interest, I think, to the Breck committee, that it be provided in writing.
Fine, have time to explain something, I'll send it
For
tomorrow.
all of those who are personally guaranteeing
Fine.
the success of the event.
I don't think that's gonna be a problem. I'd be happy to do it. Chairman, if you're a lawyer, you write something up and I'll sign it. Fine. Yes, Ed?
Mr. Treasurer,
Yeah.
where,
This also, Ed, in the 3 years I've been the treasurer, this was never done before. There's never been a consent and vote on the committee. And in the 13 years that I've been here, that has never been the case before. The important thing was, if this money is going to be spent, will it be guaranteed?
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, yes, please.
I would
last
just-
one, then we're gonna go to mine.
Yeah.
I would just like to thank you very much
Thank you.
for underwriting the event and for making sure that we have a quality speaker of that quality to come down to Broward County. And I think it's really, really important that if this is underwritten and everything is gonna go forward with no problems to us, that all of it